Hello children, this is your physical education teacher Llewellyn Pinto, and today we'll be learning about high jump. So, we will learn something in detail about high jump. You all must have done long jump, but even sometimes you all must have done high jump. So, here is a lesson. We will discuss something about the measurements, the way, the style of jump, everything, and what innovations have been done in high jump, scientific innovations which are record breaking. High jump. Among all the track and field events, high jump occupies unique position. Skills for high jump are developed repeatedly and many changes have taken place in the skills of high jump. In high jump, an athlete comes running, takes off on a stronger leg, lifts the body in the upward direction, crosses the crossbar and lands on the pit. This is the sequence how a high jump is done. In high jump, if the athlete wants to jump higher, the parts of the body below the waist should be turned upwards to raise the center of gravity of the body as high as possible in the air. Thus, in high jump, lifting the body in the direction opposite to that of the force of gravity and maintaining the proper position of the body have great importance. Now students, you will be wondering why we are talking about science, about center of gravity. Now in this particular sport, you need to raise your body. So you need to work on the scientific principles which are used to leap over the crossbar in high jump. Now students, you can see the ground over here. There is an area of 15 meters where the approach run is taken. This is the way the high jump ground looks. There is a pole, a crossbar where the high jumper jumps over it, and there's a pit where he lands. Now as we have seen the ground, we talk something about the measurements related to it. The approach run. Minimum length of approach run is 15 meters. Length of approach run for Olympic and international competition is kept 20 to 25 meters. From the uprights of high jump, an area of 15 meters radius is drawn and the entire area to be used as the approach run is leveled. The pit. Length in 5 meters and width in 4 meters. Instead of filling the pit with sand, rubber foam pit is used for safety. Equipments. Uprights. They shall be sufficiently high as to exceed the actual heights to which the crossbar is raised by at least 10 centimeters. The distance between the uprights shall be not less than 4 meters nor more than 4.04 meters. The crossbar. The crossbar shall be made of wooden or other suitable material. The overall length of the crossbar shall be 3.98 meters to 4.02 meters. The maximum weight of the crossbar shall be 2 kgs. The diameter of the circular part of the crossbar shall be 2.9 centimeters to 3.1 centimeters. The end pieces shall be square in shape. Supports of crossbar. Support of the crossbar shall be 4 centimeters wide and 5 centimeters long with rectangular shape. The skills. Approach run, the first skill. Then comes the takeoff, the second skill. Third is the bar clearance. Fourth is the landing. Now let us discuss these skills in detail. Approach run. Following items can be included in approach run. The direction. The direction to be taken by the athlete depends on the style that the athlete intends to adopt. In the scissor style, eastern cutoff style, and Fosbury flop style, the takeoff leg is placed on the outside away from the crossbar. Compared to the free leg, so an athlete who takes off on the right leg will have to come to the takeoff point from the left side, while in the western roll and straddle style, as the takeoff leg is coming towards the crossbar, the athlete will have to come running from the right side. So students, here you can see that the direction depends on the style of the athlete. Second, the angle for the run. The angle of the body formed at the takeoff mark with the crossbar while running towards the side of the uprights in the direction of the approach run is called the angle of approach run. This angle is different in various styles of high jump. Generally, the athlete arrives at the angle of 39 degrees to 45 degrees. The distance. After deciding the direction and angle of the approach run, the athlete has to decide the distance he will run before taking off. Generally, athletes execute the takeoff after covering a distance of 12 to 15 meters in 7 to 8 or 9 strides. The second is takeoff. The athlete first makes a mark on the ground at a proper distance from the uprights and the crossbar. He takes this measurement with his arm. This mark is for athlete as his takeoff mark. Taking care not to obstruct the speed obtaining during the run-up, the athlete touches the takeoff mark first with the heel of his takeoff foot, takes off and lifts his body in the upward direction. The last stride in the run-up is longer and touches the takeoff mark first with the heel of his takeoff foot. Slightly bends the knee of takeoff leg. Center of gravity of the body will be slight back and downwards because of the momentum of the body. It will be pushed forward when the toe of the takeoff leg touches the ground. At this time, if the arm is swung from down to the upward direction and if the free leg is straightened with a swing, it will be easier for the athlete to lift his body effectively in the upward direction. In short, combination of lifting ability of takeoff foot, swing of free leg and upward motion of both the arms will lift the body effectively in the upward direction. Now, third one is bar clearance. The action of passing the body successfully over the crossbar is also as important as the takeoff. The position of the body while clearing the crossbar plays an important role in crossing the bar. Position of body depends on different styles of bar clearance in high jump. Different styles of bar clearance are as follows: scissor style, eastern cutoff style, western roll style, straddle style, Fosbury flop style. Fourth is landing. While coming down towards the ground from the height of the crossbar, landing is done in such a way that the reaction of the push is minimized and the landing is safe, without causing any injury to the body. The action of landing will be different according to the different styles adopted by the athlete. Landing in scissor style is done on takeoff legs or sometimes on both the legs. In eastern cutoff style, it is on takeoff leg. In western roll style, it is on takeoff leg and both hands parallel to crossbar. In straddle style, it is on free leg and both the arms and then rolling on free leg side in the pit. In Fosbury flop style, landing is done on the back and the shoulders. Now we talk about styles of bar clearance in high jump. First is scissor style. Second is eastern cutoff style. Third is western roll style. Fourth is straddle style. And fifth is Fosbury flop style. First is scissor style. Approach run should be in such a way so that takeoff leg falls outside the crossbar. Then athlete touches the takeoff mark first with the heel, then toe of his takeoff leg takes off with the swing of hand and free leg and lifts the body in the upward direction. As athlete reaches at maximum height, take sitting position over the crossbar, keeping both hands and legs straight forward. After this position, giving momentum first to free leg, then take off leg towards the pit and lands on free leg on both the legs. While landing to reduce force of body, he lands on toes. As leg touches the ground, he bends the joints of legs in sequence. This style is more effective because while clearing more height, position of the body over the crossbar plays a very important role. In this style, position of the body over the crossbar is sitting, so the lift hand and trunk, more energy is spent and more parts of the body fall between crossbar and center of gravity of the body. So to gain more height, this style is not effective. But in local competitions, this style is more preferred. The most common style is this scissor style. Second is Eastern cutoff style. Approach run is same as scissor style, but before takeoff, last two strides should be outside the crossbar. Lift the body with the help of swing of free leg. Lifting ability of takeoff leg and swing of both the arms. While going over the crossbar, athlete will turn the body towards the approach run so that heel of takeoff leg, knee, hip and buttock of that side remain near the crossbar. From this position, bends towards the pit and brings takeoff leg downwards quickly, so that waist will bend towards the crossbar and landing will be done on takeoff leg. While landing, keep both the arms upward so that they do not touch the crossbar. This style is also not very useful for clearing more heights. Third is the Western roll style. The distance of approach varies from competitor to competitor. Some of them select 4 to 5 steps in approach run, whereas some of them select 10 to 12 steps. But most of the competitors select 6 to 8 steps. Steps are selected in such a way that takeoff leg comes nearer to the crossbar in the last step. These steps are taken at an angle of 40 degrees to 45 degrees. A competitor increases his speed in last 3 steps. The last step is always longer than the other steps. This helps in having the higher swing of free leg at the end of the approach run. Takeoff is taken by a stronger leg. Since last step remains longer, the heel of the takeoff leg first touches the ground. Then the toes of the leg touches the ground. At this moment, the upward swing of the free leg helps the body to be lifted in the upward perpendicular motion. After takeoff, the body passes over the crossbar. While crossing, strong leg will be bent from the knee and right side waist. The knee of the right leg and its thigh will be facing the crossbar. Free leg will be straight and shall remain parallel to the crossbar. Thus, the body shall remain in the sleeping position on the left side. Landing will be done on the takeoff leg and both the arms. During landing, players will bend nearer joints, while takeoff leg and both hands will touch the ground. In this style, less part of the body falls between the center of gravity and crossbar over the crossbar. So, better height is cleared than the scissor and Eastern cutoff style. Fourth is the straddle style. In this style, the athlete completes the running distance in 7 to 9 strides. He takes the strides from an angle of 30 degrees to 40 degrees in such a way that his takeoff foot comes near the crossbar. During the last 3 strides, the athlete increases his running speed. The last stride is longer compared to other strides. Then, athlete places the heel of his stronger foot almost at right angle to the crossbar near it. During the takeoff action, the heel of the foot touches the ground first, and then only his toes touches the ground. The takeoff leg is bent slightly and is given an upward swing. After the takeoff, the head and the shoulders of the athlete go above the crossbar, and then the rest of the body comes above the bar. When athlete comes on the crossbar, his body straight facing down above the crossbar and parallel to it, while his free leg and the arm on that side are inclined towards the jumping pit from the crossbar. After crossing the bar, the athlete kicks in the air upwards with his stronger leg so that the rest of the body passes over the crossbar and starts coming down towards the pit. The athlete completes the landing with his free leg and both the arms. Now we talk about Fosbury flop style. In this style, the back is turned towards the crossbar while taking off, and because the body has to be turned around a perpendicular axis, the runway is kept semicircular in shape. The starting point and the takeoff mark are in a straight line and at the right angle of the bar. The athlete arrives with a circular motion in such a way that the takeoff leg is away from the crossbar. In this way, he gains the speed needed for the takeoff. Most of the athletes take the first 5 strides straight in the direction of the upright and the last 3 strides in a circular direction. After acquiring the maximum speed through the approach run, the athlete will have to raise both his legs up to the lower edge of the bar. After takeoff, both the legs are bent at the knees and with the upward reaction of the stumping of the foot during the takeoff and the swinging of the arms in the upward direction, the body is lifted in the upward direction. As a result, the weight of the body comes quickly on the takeoff leg, and so the action of lifting the body upwards is to be done quickly. As the arrival is speedy in the circular movement, the push of the body is stronger on the outer side of the takeoff leg. So in order to keep the weight of the body on the takeoff leg, the athlete takes the last stride slightly sideways. As soon as the action of straightening the takeoff leg becomes speedier, the upward movement of the bottoms begins. At the time of the takeoff, the bar is by the side of the body. While athlete is crossing the bar will be towards his back. The shoulder on the side of the bar will stay upwards during the takeoff. With this action, the position of the body lying face upwards over the bar can be achieved easily. As both the legs are together, they will hang downwards until the upper part of the body, including the bottoms, passes over the bar. As the bottoms are pushed upwards, the position of the shoulders and the movement of the legs for crossing the bar becomes easy. As long as the bottom do not clear the bar, the arms will remain close to the body. But as soon as the bar is cleared, the arms are straightened on the side. As soon as the bottoms clear the bar, the knees are lifted towards the chest. After crossing the bar, the legs are straightened in the upward direction, as a result of which circular motion at the back or in the body causes and landing becomes possible on the shoulders and the back. The positions look like a halation or keeping legs forward in sleeping position. In present time, in national and international competition, most of the athletes use the Fosbury flop style. To clear the maximum height, Fosbury flop is the best scientific method. Now, during the Mexico Olympics, American athlete Dick Fosbury had used this new method and cleared the 2.24 meter height with new record. So this style is known as Fosbury flop. It was by him who had invented this style. He was an engineering student, and by the use of physics and a little bit of science, he invented this style, and from then onwards it was known as Fosbury flop on his name. Now the rules. The athletes shall compete in an order drawn by lots. The athlete should wear clear number on the chest. Each athlete will be given 3 trials at each height. If he fails to clear the bar in all 3 trials, he will be out from the competition. This will not apply to solve the tie for the first place. The rate of increasing the height of the crossbar should not be less than 2 cm. In high jump, a competitor must take off with one leg only. the trial of athlete shall be failure in the following. After the jump, if crossbar falls down, if before clearing the crossbar any part of the body crosses the imaginary line between the two uprights in level with the takeoff line, and after the jump touches any part inside the pit including the landing area. If athlete does not take his trial within 2 minutes after the judge's call. A competitor can start jumping at any height announced by the chief judge. A competitor can ask pass at any height. Last height that a competitor has cleared according to the rules will be considered as his score. Even after all the other athletes have failed, an athlete is entitled to continue jumping until he has forfeited his right to compete further. After an athlete has won the competition, the height or height to which the bar is raised shall be decided by the athlete in consultation with the relevant judge or referee. In case of records, the judge shall also recheck the measurement before each subsequent record. So students, these are the rules which we need to follow during high jump. And nowadays, as you have seen in Olympics, the most common style which is used is the Fosbury flop. Now Dick Fosbury, as we discussed before, is the person who revolutionized high jump. He changed the style, he gave a new style to the people, to the athletes to jump over the crossbar. So students, I hope you have understood the topic and cleared your doubts regarding the high jump, and so we shall move forward with the next lesson, with the next video.